Oh my god, y'all. Oh my god, y'all. I've like basically forgotten how to start a stream. I've been sitting here for like 10 minutes. I've been ready. I've been ready for like 10 minutes. I've just been sitting here like, I'm forgetting something. I'm forgetting something. I know I'm forgetting something. Turns out I guess I wasn't forgetting anything because, I mean, I've just been sitting here for 10 minutes. I did have to readjust my lighting, I guess, but like, it's about it. It's not like that matters that much. Anyways, how's everybody doing? Welcome, welcome. Yo, when YouTube have emoted? What do you mean? Yo, Ibby. What's up, Tasty? Hello, Tasty. Looking mad cute today. Yo, Ibby. Ibby. Thanks. I don't know how, but thanks. Yeah, I did not like get ready at all, like personally, because I showered last night, and when I shower at nighttime, I'm like, yeah, I'm not really gonna like get myself together. I'm just gonna do like just hygiene and that's it. And then I wake up in the morning and I'm like, well, I don't need a shower, but then the shower is what motivates you to like put yourself together. So I'm just wearing a blank green t-shirt. I got sweatpants on. I mean, I'm feeling comfy. I'm not even wearing shoes. I'm wearing slippers, which is like brand new for me. Well, I want to kind of excuse me, jeez. I want to talk about that for a second. I hate sandals and I hate flip-flops, but ever since living in this fuck-ass dorm, it's kind of just normal to wear sandals and flip-flops because the floor gets so goddamn dirty, like from 4 people living in one tiny room, that like you just get used to, okay, walk in, take your damn shoes off, because there's so much bird shit on like the whole entire sidewalk that it takes to get here, and it's just like, just put on sandals. Just put on sandals, dude. I even wear these sandals in the shower because no one is gonna shower in a public shower with their bare feet. That's gross. Anyways, enough with the tangent. How is it going, everybody? We got only 10 people in here. That's cool though. That's cool. No worries at all. Nothing really crazy going on in today's stream compared to like the usuals. How you doing, Pank? How you doing, Biden? How you doing, Ibby? What's up, Azio? What's up, Iwataj? Welcome, Iwataj. And of course, we got Irisy in here. What's up, Irisy? How you doing? And we got Harry TDK. Of course, Harry always makes it every single time. No matter what, Harry's always going to make it. And then we got the Jiggy too. Hello, Tasty. Long time no see. Long time no see, Jiggy. How you doing? How you doing, dude? And of course, there's Trevi and then Sojin Miles, our only mod today. Only mod that showed up today, Sojin Miles. And Max MM. How you doing, Max MM? I actually meant to put out stream again with like the actual stream ping, because usually I'll announce it with Taste Bud, and then I usually do like the stream ping, like, oh, this is what we're doing today. You can make NPCs. You can make a no intro. No, I didn't do like the intro music. I don't know if I'm gonna do the intro music anymore. I don't know. It's like, the intro music's fun, don't get me wrong, and it's hype, but it's so outdated now. It's like, why do the intro music when it's just so outdated, right? Which is kind of, that's kind of where I'm at. But you guys saw the title of today's stream, right? We're finishing the dive area. Give me just a second, I'll talk about that. I want to finish this freaking, you can make NPCs, last chance to discuss ideas / anything, items, TMs, and more for the dive area. Live, come hang out. There we go. There's the stream ping, y'all. There's the stream ping. And no more Subnautica after this, guys. Yeah, this is really when Subnautica ends, isn't it? We've been in our Subnautica area for far too long. And it goes to show, because let's see how long ago we started this. I wanna actually see. Let's talk about this. Okay. So I'm pulling up YouTube. Let's go to my channel. Let's go to live. Alright, so let's see. Our first ever dive stream. No, this was making the Crimson 4. We didn't even start the dive thing here. This is stats for new Fakemon. We didn't even do it there. It might be the 7th gym begins. I think this is when we started it. So like 2 months ago. Hold on, let's check. What was the date on this? No, shut up. Okay. So when was this posted? Where's the date on this? Am I dumb? Oh, here we go. June 10th. So, yo, oh no, Dad's home. The longest member on our channel, and also one of my best friends on planet Earth. Even Jane or being his fired. Bro. What's up, Beeper? How you doing? And CT, how you doing, CT? Sorry, I almost missed you guys. And I see you too, Thundering. I see you too. Hey, so I think something small for the dive area is having bioluminescent orbs slowly drift around the screen on layer 4. It adds to the ambience and atmosphere. We'll get into that. We'll get into that. Don't just, we're not just gonna hop in and just like be like, oh yeah, this is what we're doing. We'll get there. And I will talk about that. But okay, so I think we were working on it here. And this isn't even the dive area. This was like the route before the dive area. And then we did, this is when we started the dive area. So, okay, around June 10th, right? We like dead ass almost finished it. Like we got like so close to finishing it. And let's see. Because this is the last stream. On June 29th, it's like 20 days. 20 days, and then I worked on it probably a few days afterwards, right? And because of my big move and everything, I'm like Max Keeble in this bitch, making big moves. And because of my big move, obviously I couldn't work on shit for a while. What's up, Blue the Cat? Triple unskippable ads is wild. I'm so sorry for you, dude. I feel so sorry. But because of my big move, I'm like Max Keeble in this bitch. I got back here. I spent about a week on the dive area after like what we did a while ago. I spent 1 week on this bitch, and it's already, and we're basically done with it. And to show you that we're almost done with it, and I understand that I only did like the legendary quartet vote, but I've been working really hard off screen on this dive area. For those who have the game ping, they can see, you guys have seen my game pings with all the screenshots that have been coming out and Potassium screenshots. Like doing the Coral Castle, finally putting out the above ground maps, and of course all the layers, and then all the layers combined, which if you guys have a second, let's just look at this. Look at this shit. Like, I understand Kenton, BC is big, right? And Kenton, BC is a lot bigger than this. So, like, but it's different. It's different, right? Because if you really look at Kenton, BC, let's just, like, take a quick gander at Kenton, BC. Wait, was I not even showing that? Look at this shit. Look at this shit. We have to go backwards now. Look at this shit. And then, yeah, if you had Potassium screenshots, I've been posting a lot in Potassium screenshots because I was not sharing the screen. But Kenton, BC, it's a lot bigger than this, but it's different because Kenton, BC is a city. And if we look at Kenton, BC, look at how much of this shit is untraversable. Like, this big-ass building right here takes up, like, probably a couple, like, over 100 tiles worth of space. Like, just this right here. Reload. Yeah, he has to reload the page. He thinks stream hasn't started. Hey, quick question for any of the mods or people in the Discord. Can one of you send the link to the vote, please? I actually plan to submit this time. Jiggy, it's in the Discord. It's in the Discord, my friend. Are you not in the Discord? But when you look at Kenton, BC, it is big, but most of it is untraversable. Because the roads, you can't walk on the roads. All the borders basically anywhere you see orange, you can't walk at. Like this, none of this you can walk in. In fact, anywhere you see road in orange and building, you can't actually walk through it. So like this whole gas station area, you can't walk through it. And even if we go to like the top left, all of this is untraversable. In fact, not like 90% of this whole entire map is untraversable, because this whole area up here, untraversable. The whole prison is all indoors and you can't walk on any of the roads. So it's really just these paths here that's like actually traversable. And this whole building area, you can't walk inside the like you can't walk into the buildings or behind them. They're just there. So what we have accomplished with this dive area is truly different and remarkable, because it's actually all traversable, which is the big difference. The only part that really isn't traversable is, I guess, this right here, which is just border and just the border of the map itself. But that's literally it. So when it comes to large traversable areas, this is really the biggest that we have ever done. And I think that that's really cool, because this took a lot less longer than it took for us to make Kenton BC. And I know I also took a break during Kenton BC, but that wasn't for moving or anything. That was just because of burnout. But you can even see like the layers divided up here. Like anything that's bright like this is obviously layer 1. And then anything that's like, I would say normal looking is layer 2, just because it just takes up so much. And then layer 3 is where it gets, you know, more blue. And then layer 4 is the dark blue. And then the trench is the darkest of the fucking dark. So you can really like get an idea. The trench down here, which I'm very happy with how the trench turned out. I'm very happy with how all this turned out. And what I want to know from you guys is, well, this is all finished, right? And it's all traversable, and there's even encounters, and there's a bunch of cool stuff that you guys haven't seen. Because again, a lot of this does come with like off-stream stuff. So what I want to know from you guys is, what do we want to do first? How big is the water out to Kenton? There's no water route that leads to Kenton, I don't think. Also, is there anybody I missed that I haven't said hi to? I don't think so. I don't think so. Oh, Clonix. Clonix, what's up, dude? I see you. What's up, Clonix? Thanks for popping in. And I also see you, Waffle Raptor. Just stopping in to say hi real quick. Sorry, I've been MIA for a little bit. Been a bit busy recently. Hopefully, I can catch next stream. Sounds good, Redhead Vebs. Next stream is going to be our big one. Honestly, it's okay that this one's going to be small, because we're really... And Zircon. What's up, Zircon? I see you, bud. I see you, bud. This one is going to be a bit of a smaller one, because we're kind of just finishing up things. I feel like this stream is going to be more of like a hangout discussion than like actually really fucking around with anything. And that's fine. That's fine by me. I am okay with that. I still have some stuff to do with... Okay, I'll get into that later. But what do you guys want to do first? Let's just start with that. Do we want to showcase the dive area in its fullest? Or just to showcase the dive area? Basically, I'll just hop into a playtest. We're just going to walk around. I'm just going to show you guys, you know, what it's like. You guys are going to give your opinions. We're going to talk about it. We're going to think about where trainers might go. Think about what items are going to be in these locations as we just walk around and traverse. And when we do that, I want you guys to be mindful of that. When we're walking through and stuff like that, I want you guys to be like, I think there should be an HP up in that corner right there. Things like that. Can you make the above water islands visible over a dive mat just to compare sizes? They're the same size. They're like the exact same size. Yo, what's up? Unreadable. This 0974. What's up, dude? How you doing? How you doing, dude? Alright, so what do we want to do first? We can either showcase the dive area. Something we can do. Showcase the dive area. Or do we want to hop straight into NPCs? NPCs... What else? What else? NPCs, items. Well, I guess items would come, like, after, I guess, showcasing. NPCs, items, and events, anything like that. I feel like a showcase would go better before we do NPCs, items, and events. Because if you really think about it, showcasing would give us a better idea of how we would incorporate NPCs, items, and events, right? But yeah, I'm going to pull it. I'm going to pull it anyways. If you guys don't care about the showcase and you just want to hop right into it and let me do all the guiding, that's fine. Or we can do like a full-on showcase and you guys will watch and look and just get a feel, right, of like what this area is going to be like. And then we'll think about that afterwards. So you guys can get the full picture. So what do we want to do first? It looks like you guys want to showcase the dive area first. Okay. Has the new Mons been balanced yet? I'm not sure, actually. Hey, what's up, Godzilla? And I see you, HD, too. How you doing, HD? What's up, bro? Don't call me by my real name, HD. No, I'm not mad at nobody. Sorry if I can't be long. It's okay. It's okay, Godzilla. No worries at all. No worries at all. We're having a chill, sit back, relax, hang out, and develop this freaking Pokemon game stream. All right, y'all. I'm probably not gonna worry about in-game audio. Probably just gonna. Yeah, I'm probably not gonna really worry about in-game audio too much. Okay. Let's see. Alright, so I'm already on Route 31. Not gonna show you guys that yet. Not gonna show you all that. Let's just go to Route 29, this water route here. I did a wee bit of work on this, but nothing really crazy. Where the hell am I? Black screen. Oh, yeah, that's because I'm full screen, ain't it? Alright, there you go. Boom. Taz been fixed. Taz been fixed. Alright. So I did a little work on Route 29. Just a little bit of work on Route 29. I didn't really touch anything underwater. Oh yeah, there's encounters down here. We have some new battle backgrounds, by the way, which Granicle made. Granicle the Goats. I don't know if Granicle's in the stream right now. Yo, the real M9. How you doing? Quick question, because I haven't seen the full decks yet. But do we have a pseudo legend yet? Yeah. We have two. We have two. Literally, in the last vote, we finally did our second one. And we had our first one for a while, because it's really just a regional. But, this isn't really much of, like, the actual dive area. I wouldn't really worry about that. It's just Route 29. It's like a little intro to the dive area. But this is when it really begins. It's Route 30. So we have a bit of surface area that I just kind of freestyled, honestly. And we'll come up with, like, NPCs and items for up here and stuff like that. But, yeah, we have a bit of a surface area. It's really hard to do surface water maps because there's just not much to do. And that's what makes it difficult. There's really just not much to do here. But if we only really focus on what the point of this whole area is, I'm going to play mostly blind when the game comes out. Sounds good, sounds good. This is my thing. I like this a lot. Oh, the above area? Interesting, interesting. About the dive. So, we had the idea to have these coral fans. They are littered across this map, and we have tons and tons of puzzles. So, what you're going to notice when you first enter this dive area is you have this big open area here, and there's going to be so many items that we can fit here. Like, for anybody that just wants to make money or just, like, find cool shit, this is going to be fucking paradise. Like, I genuinely mean paradise. Because there is just so much here. Genuinely, so much here. But we have two different routes we can take. We can go to the right side, or we can go down. And this is important because down is going to lead us to the kelp forest, and to the right is going to lead us to the coral reef. Not every player is going to see both. Also, is there two musics playing? I'm going to make sure it's just like the main music. Not everybody is going to see both, depending on who's playing the game. Because you're going to have some players that are like, I want to explore everything. And then you have some players that are like, I want to get straight through this dive area. And for the people that want to get like straight through this dive area, they're only going to see one of these areas, the kelp forest or the coral reef. Personally, I like the coral reef better. But if we want to go the kelp forest route, we have a little fan puzzle down here. And these geysers push you up to the surface if you do it like incorrectly. So you have to do it the right way. and this is the right way to do it. And just like a little secret, that's the only way to get to this little section right here, which allows you to dive into this underwater cave. And when you get to the end of the underwater cave, we come up on this ledge right here with the treasure chest. And we did decide what was going to be in this chest. We put the TM for Ice Beam, at least for now. Might change it later, who knows. But then we get to the kelp forest, and like I was saying before, the kelp forest, it's pretty neat. It's just kind of there. There is a little surface area here, which we can definitely put an item at. Just like a little tiny surface area, nothing crazy. Little tiny surface area. But other than that, we have the kelp forest, which is a little bit of a labyrinth, but like an open labyrinth. I feel like this is a great place for trainers. Great place for trainers, great place for items, just all the, you know, all the normal stuff. Up there doesn't go the right way. You have to actually go under. I feel like something that Potassium does a lot, or what I've done a lot, I'd say, because I am the one that like does most of the mapping, is have a lot of height. And I say that because when you think like Gen 3 games, right? A lot of Gen 3 games are very flat. Like, they're not very elevated. There's not a lot of mountains. There's not a lot of tall objects. But Potassium has the jungle and the not the Route 28 with the giant red trees, and also the redwoods, but which creates like a lot of height, which means the player has to walk behind a lot of things. And the kelp forest is kind of like that in the dive area. And I think it's fine because, like we were talking about before, there's the coral and then there's the kelp forest. So there's two different ones, but nonetheless, we go down to layer 2. This is where we're at right now. So on layer 2, we have these coral cut trees, a bunch of different paths that we can take here. And when I say a bunch, I mean like a bunch. This will lead us to the next area. I'm not going to focus on that right now, though. So if we go down here, we have all the encounters. I imagine a trainer would go well up here just to like kind of split it in half. To where Pokemon does that a lot, where it's like trainers on one side and then encounters on the other. If the game really wants you to do something, if anything at all. There's nothing really over here, just a little bit of a dead end. We have our extended kelp forest. That's really all it is. It's not that big, but what's interesting about the kelp forest is that, will there be a beta for this? No. You guys did vote and decide that we wanted the kelp forest to be, or sorry, the whole entire dive area to come out with the 7th gym, which is fine with me. Doing releases is very stressful for me. But there is a hidden cave back here. I don't know if a lot of people caught this, but our extended kelp forest is actually a little bigger than I feel like people expected. Because there's a little hidden cave, and that hidden cave will take us down to this area. There's a Bronzer there. To this area, which is another great area for items, but also we have one of the pirate ships. So one thing I should let you guys know, the dive area is still not finished yet. Well, as you guys know, we still need NPCs, trainers, and items, which I did put out that trainers thing. If you guys are not paying attention to announcements, I want you guys to just, for a second, pay attention to this. I did put out a new channel in the Discord called Make Trainers for Potassium. It's basically just a way that you guys can post your trainers in here, and in the off time when I'm ready to do trainers and put it all together, this is what I'm gonna use. So I have all the rules and the maps and everything posted. So for anybody that hasn't made a trainer yet, I'm going to try to get everybody at least one trainer and put it in here. Shouldn't be too hard because, again, it is a really big area. But yeah, the entire game, every time someone finds a game-breaking bug, well, there's no game-breaking, like, the game-breaking bugs don't make anybody, like, you know, Oh, yeah, I know what you're saying. Re-release the entire game. Not remake, but re-release the entire game. So I get that. But, yeah. Yeah, the trainers are only limited to the dive area or the surface of the dive area. Nothing, like, other than that. Uh, but yeah, we have one of the pirate ships here. I still have a bit of a to-do list when it comes to this dive area. Most of the puzzles are done and they work. However, not all of them are. And I need to make the indoors to both of the pirate ships and then the Binarium ruins. So we are very close, like very, very close. Honestly, if I didn't stream today, it could probably all be finished just today. But other than that, y'all, this is the second kelp area. And again, I hope you guys are paying attention, looking at places that NPCs or items would fit, because that is what we're going to be doing today. If we keep going right, we're going to move on to the next part of the dive area. However, there's no reason not to go ahead and backtrack to the coral reef so you guys can get an idea of what the coral reef looks like. Again, this place is huge, y'all. Absolutely huge. So all the way back to the very beginning of the dive area, remember when I said there are two different paths we can take here. We can take the below path, or we can take the right path that leads to the coral reef. So let's go ahead and do that. We're on the right path right now. Welcome to the coral reef. A very condensed area. And when I say condensed, I mean it is very condensed, because that's how coral reefs are. Very condensed. There's not a lot of space to move, not a lot of space to walk. Down over here, we have a little, or not down here. It's actually up there. We have a little staircase that goes down here into a little pit with a treasure chest here. I have not put an item in this treasure chest yet. And if we go up here, separate, we have a little maze. I'm not going to do the maze, but we have a little maze that leads to a treasure chest here. And it also can lead us up here, where a really cool area exists. We surface back up to the surface. We have an island right here. We also have an island here that we can cross. And if we cross this island, go across to the other side, dive back down, boom, another treasure chest, which is really cool. That's it for the coral reef layer 1. If we dive down to layer 2, there's not much. This is a lot smaller than layer 2 of the kelp forest, because we put most of it on layer 1. But we still have like a little area, grass up this way. This is a great place for trainers. I feel like a solid place for some diver trainers, because what do people dive for? Usually to explore and look at beautiful coral reefs. So, but yeah, this area is very linear. We have 3 different ways that we can take. We can cut down this tree to skip it all by using these fans, and it literally just skips all of it. It's as simple as that. Or we can go to the left and we can meander around this. Again, just such a great place for a few trainers. And then boom, we're the end of the kelp forest is. But we do have a little special area by heading to the right. And I say little, but this is really big. Now we are going into our first dungeon of Pokemon Potassium, or of the dive area in Pokemon Potassium. The way I block this off, I'm gonna be real, treasures are friends we catch in the boss along the way. What? Here's we can't even get over there because I'm an idiot. But anyways, we have the Coral Castle. There's 2 different entrances to the Coral Castle in 2 halves. So when we go into the first half, we have the blue part of the Coral Castle. And then if we go into the other way, I didn't finish these warps, I'm sorry. But if we go in the other way, we have the orange parts. Jeez. But there's a bunch of strength puzzles in here. This is a great place for items. I don't know about trainers. I feel like this is very secluded to be like a trainer's area. But we're going to be in and out of the Coral Castle basically the entire time. It's a very in and out dungeon. Like, we're inside 1 second, we're outside the next second. So, yeah. Just in and out of the Coral Castle. Nothing crazy. Oh, yeah, I gotta dive back down. Yeah, just send me here. Perfecto. Right to where we wanted to go. But, yeah. When it comes to the Coral Castle, I'm not sure if it's really a trainer area. I feel like this is mainly just items and encounters. Like, a good old dungeon. But You can see all the exits here. Sorry for not doing the warp so we can really traverse it well. But we have all the exits here. This is where like the final item is, like which we did decide already is going to be the item that evolves Crust Octave. But yeah, tons of in and out here. And even like a false exit right here. Fuck. I got to do all that again. But there is, before we move on to Route 31, because we're already almost done with all of Route 30. All of Route 30 only has 2 layers. Like deadass. Just 2 layers of diving. So it's not that crazy. But you guys saw me go here a second ago. We actually have the coral reef, and this is something that we're gonna have to talk about today. And the reason, or not the coral reef, the oil platform. This is something we're gonna have to talk about today because we actually are going to need a block. And what I mean is that we need to make sure the player cannot move on to the next area until they finish whatever we need them to do at the oil platform. So if you guys have any roadblock ideas, let me know. Let me know. But if we dive up to the oil platform, which you can see all the oil drills here. We dive to the top of the oil platform, and we make it here, which has the indoors to the oil platform and all the events that happens here. But yeah. There's obviously surface here too for some good old trainers and just some side things to do up here. Me and KJ already have a function for the roadblock. Sounds good. Sounds good. Well, if you already have that, then we don't need to worry about that today, I guess. All right. So now we can move on to the second half of this showcase, which is moving on to Route 31. There's not much going on here between this and Route 31. I think this is also a great place for some more trainers because we're really just meandering around these big rock formations. We have this guy right here that gives us the device that allows us to speak to people underwater. And this is a dead end up here. I'm not sure what we can put up here. Probably just items to keep it simple. We even have like one of those item looking rocks there. But yeah, we're just going to meander around these cliffs, maybe fight some trainers. But afterwards, we end up here. Route 31. Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. So let's go ahead and organize Route 31 into a few parts. So first off, we have part 1, which is the chest area. The chest area, we have a function for all these chests already. If you didn't know, it's like a randomizer that randomizes whether it gives you an item or a Pokemon. And we also have this little area up here with like a bit of a maziness that can lead us to some more items. But then the second half of, or not the second half, but the other part of this layer is this meander around here that pushes us down here. And this is important. I need to know your guys' thoughts on this. There is something hidden in this area. For anybody that doesn't already know, can you point it out? Can you point it out? Again, for anybody that doesn't know, can you point out what is hidden in this area right here? We need to think about this. It's important that we think about this. Because this is, Jam's already freaking knows. Okay. So everybody go ahead and take a look. So this right here leads us to a legendary quartet temple thingy. We dive down and we dive all the way down here. There's no really need for items here. It's really just for the temple that's going to be right here. Do you guys think that's okay, or do you think it's too hidden? And I ask because the legendary quartet is supposed to be really hidden. It's supposed to be something that nobody finds unless they really take the hints and go out of their way to look. But that is where that's going to be. So that is an important part of this layer. Before we move on to layer 3, there's one more little section of Route 31 layer 2, and that's this area. Again, a great place for trainers and items. I feel like items is big here. Really big. But also, we can dive up here, and we go here, and we can dive up one more time to the music island, which we still don't know exactly how this is going to work, but we do know it's like going to be based off my singing monsters, and you basically find Pokemon around the map to be at the island. But other than that, it's kind of all we got. So that's it for layer 2. Next up, we have layer 3. We're finally going to start going deeper. Only there's 2 issues. We have going down this way to layer 3, which takes us right to the start. We have our dead whale lord. It's nice and dark down here. But we also have a little secret area to layer 3 and even part of layer 4, where if we actually decide to go up this way, we can dive down to the red kelp forest. A smaller kelp forest, paying homage. I don't have priority on these yet. But a smaller kelp forest that has an egg that we can get right here. We don't know what this egg is going to be yet, so we can decide that today. And then we also have right here a way to dive down even deeper to layer 4 and another pirate ship. Or another, I guess, sunken ship. As for the red kelp forest, I don't know if this is a great place for trainers. It might be if you guys think that's fine. But it's a very small area. Nothing really, there's nothing much here. And it just sends us right back to where we're supposed to be anyways. Totally depends. Totally depends. As for this area, I'm not really sure what you guys think for this area. We did another one of these trainer or encounter split paths, and also an item split path too right here. But the bioluminescent area, the first part of the bioluminescent area, is right here. What's up, Da Vinci? But the bioluminescent area is also another really small area if you don't go up to the layer 4 one, which is, again, also pretty hidden because it's up here. That's how you get to the layer 4. So we'll go ahead and go this way now, just showcase this. This is all optional. We have the bioluminescent area. Another area that I don't think is great for trainers. Maybe like one trainer. And this is a huge split path area with some cool gameplay just to kind of take you around. This also is going to lead us to the... If I can get over there. This is also going to lead us over to the Benthic Sanctuary, which is just a fun area to stumble across. There's not even any encounters here. It's only here for the item that evolves Relicanth into or the item for Relicanth. And just, you know, Benthic Sanctuary vibes, a few items. I still really like it. I like the lore behind it with the resting place where Pokemon go to basically die. But other than that, there's not much down here either. It's just a fun area to explore. You're going to notice a lot of that with the dive area. There's a lot of just fun areas to explore. But moving on to the real juice. I'm actually going the wrong way. Moving on to the real juice. We have a little strength puzzle here. This strength puzzle is playable. You have the option to go right or down. Down's going to lead us to the trench in the ruins, and right is going to lead us to the end of the dive area. Let's go ahead and go down, just because we're showcasing the whole thing today. Down to layer 4, where the ruins are. Can't go in here yet. Haven't done that. And then we have a small little puzzle that takes us to the trench, where we push these boulders in front of the fans to turn them off. And, push this over here. Almost fucked it up. And take us down into the trench. There's also an item up here that we can get. Something to keep in mind. But takes us down to the trench. The trench has two big things. A boss fight that acts like a totem. And the only place to encounter Luriel in the entire game. The pseudo-legendary. And I can actually show you guys exactly where we go to encounter Luriel. It's right over here. Boom. So in this water, I can actually pull an encounter real quick. The odds are very low. So Luriel is encounterable here, but just the odds of getting the encounter. It's Luriel every single time. It's only Luriel down here. But I didn't put the sprite into the files yet. And then we have the boss fight, of course, which has all the treasure chests with all the items that we can get. We already discussed all of that in a last stream, so when it comes to the trench, it's basically already finished. No need to worry about the trench today. The ruins, don't need to worry about the ruins. And that takes us to the final area of the dive area. And when we exit the trench, we can very simply push up and move on to the next area. So we're going to have two different ways of doing this. And I'm going to go the easy part first. We can just go up the stairs. And it takes us straight there. Boom. We're at the end of the dive area, ladies and gentlemen. But there is a little side special area, because we're really big on that here, where we can do a fun little strength puzzle. We're going to break this rock, push that in front of that. We can climb up here to get an item up here, potentially. Or we can just move forward with the puzzle. Push the strength boulder over here. Push this out of the way. Break this rock. And also just kind of fix this real quick. Bada boom. Push this rock out of the way. The fan will let us travel across. So now we can go back and forth. And we have an item that we can get right here. And it takes us back to where we're supposed to go. Fun little puzzle. And if you don't have Rock Smash, you just don't have to do that. You can just go the other way. But, ladies and gentlemen, as simple as that, we're going to get taken up to layer 2. There is absolutely nothing here. It is just a cliff edge to go up to layer 1, which will take us to the very end of the dive area. When we climb up to the end of the dive area, we're going to get to the island. We have a cloud. I need to change this dialogue, but let's go ahead and click yes. We're going to get picked up and taken to the sky routes. Hallelujah. Which we have, this is just a test sky route, not the actual one. Keep that in mind. With that being said, y'all, that's pretty much the end of the showcase, but I do want to show you guys one more thing real quick. Pick any area in the entire game where there's encounters. Anybody. Pick any area in the whole game. The first person that says something, I'll just choose that. Any area in the whole game with encounters. Route 4 is boring, bro. Really? Alright, we'll do Route 13. We'll do Route 13. I'm sorry, why are y'all choosing boring grass routes? We'll go to Route 13. And, God dang it. Any route, he said. Yeah, but then y'all chose the most boring fucking route. I'm sorry. I thought y'all were going to do something cool, not just a grass route. Anyways, we have new battle backgrounds for the entire game. I think we're only missing a couple. So, like, there's Route 13. Name an actual cool one that you guys want to see. Now that you know what it's about, name a cool one real quick. Not Route 4. Route 9? Oh, the desert. I actually posted a screenshot of that. Cherry Blossom. I'll show you guys the desert and the Cherry Blossom. How about that? There's also the Crystal Cave too. Actually, I can get a couple of these out of the way. Give me an encounter in the ruins, Buckaroony. No. Haha! Custom battle background for the ruins. Pretty dope. Granicle's dope. He's been working very hard on these. He did a lot of them very quickly. And then we also got the... You know what? I'm just going to go into the battle. We got the deserts. Cool deserts. We got the Cherry Blossom. I'll go down to it real quick. Where's it at? Here we go. Just get an encounter here. We got the Cherry Blossom. It's so pretty now. Nah, probably not, Jams. Probably not. Mystical Forest also has a good one. This will probably be like the last one I do. Mystical Forest is pretty good. Pretty solid. Oh, I do want to look at this one because this was like one of my least favorite in the game and I haven't tested it yet. Route 28. Like the original one for Route 28 sucked so bad. So I want to see it. And hopefully it looks a lot better. Because, oh my gosh. The original one here sucked so bad. Alright, let's get it. Let's get it. Let's get it. Sure, yeah, I'll go into battle. Actually works. Oh my gosh, it's so much better. Genuinely so much better. Thank the Lord. I'm so happy we finally have this. Okie dokie, folks. So now let's get into what we're actually here for today. Items and NPCs. Anything just to make this dive area a little more lively.
KFC wraps are back,
And
including a new
we
mac
actually,
and cheese
I
one.
mean,
Choose 2 KFC wraps
we
for
really
$5.
need to reward our players for exploring, right? Like, really actually reward. Because right now we don't have a lot of that. So, this is great for y'all that played Potassium. Tasty, did we add the aqua? Yes, we did. We did. But just in general, this is a great opportunity. I think I do want to start up here. If you guys have any ideas for NPCs up here, let me know. But I feel like NPCs up here don't really work. I feel like this is really just like a trainer area, at least in my opinion. But I do think this is a great place for items. A lot of hidden items too. Type boosting items. Competitive items. How about some cards for the card game? I don't know about triple triad cards. They'd be all wet and soggy. It just wouldn't really make a lot of sense, right? But let's go ahead and grab an item ball somewhere. Should have plenty on this map. This one right here, right? Oh, that's a trainer. What the fuck? Is there no items on this whole map? I should never put an item ball on this map. Fucking, I guess not. I don't think there's any in the forest either. There's no items here? How long have I been skipping items? Okay, I know there's... Yeah. Here's an item right here. Okay. Alright. Let's get a few of the obvious ones out of the way. First off, I think there should be 2 items here. One right here. And maybe we could have a double battle trainer blocking it. And then one right here. So I'll just zoom in a little bit. So let's start off with the one right here. I feel like having a double battle trainer blocking this works really well. So what do y'all think this item should be? Probably a good one considering we have to do a double battle to get it. DNA splicer. Shut up, Jams. A DNA splicer. A DNA splicer. Wow. A super water stone. Y'all, we're not really creating new items today. We're not really like creating new ones. Let's try to think of like what's really let's try to think of like what is valuable in our game. So I think rare candies and competitive items are very valuable, right? But also Stardust is very valuable. And if we go back to the Witch's Hut, Mystic Water is very valuable. Power Herb is also very valuable. And Balm Mushroom, but I'm not sure any of those really work here other than Mystic Water. Forget about the Stardust. A Star Piece is also very valuable because you can cut it up into Stardust. We'll probably have it to where in Treasure Rod crash the Stardust economy. Oh, I can probably fix that. They're just not valuable anymore. Luminous Moss. Don't change it, just get like better ideas for items. Yeah, Amulet Coin's already in the game. Lucky Egg is also in the game too. Let me try to think. Someone did say safety goggles. They protect the holder from weather-related damage and powder. Not really that crazy. This is kind of like whatever. We could do like a... We could have this be a PP up. Why has nobody said PP up yet? Oh, it blocks Spore. This feels like a safety... I don't know. I think safety goggles would go good in like a treasure chest. Safety goggles is what you gave us in the desert. That is not true. That is not true. Those goggles are called something else. I forget what they're called. But they are called something else and I know it. Yeah, those are called storm goggles. Shell Bell? Not really. I feel like there's already like a few Shell Bells. Oh, an item finder. An item finder is a good thing to give out at some point. Maybe that could be in one of the treasure chests. In fact, I feel like that'd be great for a treasure chest thing. We have given out leftovers, I think twice. So I like safety goggles and I like PP up right here. But I also want to point our attention to something. So in Gen 3, and Gen 4, the red, blue, all the shards, the shard items. Do we want something like that in our game to where the shards are actually useful for something? Like we can trade in the shards for something. I don't know about evolution stones, but we can like trade in the shards for something. What do you guys think about that? We need a better way to get it, the evolution stones. That's true, actually. I mean, we could do exactly what Gen 3 does and just have it like the shards you can trade for evolution stones. So like this area is where you'll like maybe get more of a surplus of the evolution stones. All right. For this item, I'm going to do a PP up. I don't think it's the best, but it's also not the worst. But over here, on this one, what should this one be? This is more off to the side. We could have this be like one of the first shards that we get. Purple shard. Safety goggles. We're going to save the safety goggles for a chest item. Since they can't evolve. Yeah, that is true, Irisy. That is true. Pick a shard. Purple shard does not exist. What the fuck, Jams? You're telling me nobody in chat is picking a shard besides Jams, who's just trolling. Oh my gosh. Okay, yellow shard. Sure, that's fine. Yellow shard. That was the first one. I don't know the shards. There's like 4 colors. It's like red, yellow, blue, green. Red, yellow, blue, green. Alright, that's 2 not hidden items. Do you guys also want hidden items here? Shit that nobody's gonna find. Absolutely nobody. Besides, I guess, maybe a couple people. Hidden item. Yes, sir. Protein. Okay, we'll do a protein somewhere. There's a hidden protein here. Y'all, can we stop trolling, please? Okay, we also have over here. We can definitely put some hidden items on this beach here. Sea incense somewhere. Oh, that's a good one. A sea incense. Wait, no, I don't think it is. Because the sea incense and the wave incense doesn't do anything. There's no Mantike, Mantine, or Azurill line. Fairy feather? What the hell is a fairy feather? It's not even in here. We've given out the shell bell before, Iris here. You can also just get more shell bells inside of the treasure chests. We could do smaller things. Let me put like a pearl here. Pearl. Yes, sir. Pearl. Actually, I'll put the pearl there, and then we'll put a... I don't know. Ah, excuse me. A heart scale here. Or HG said a dive ball. Why not? A dive ball. Shoal salt. Oh, wait, hold on. We have one more item that we can put right here. Oh my gosh. Hold on, I need to mute Instagram. Sorry. Like, never get Instagram DMs. How the hell do I mute Instagram? Alright, that's fine. I've done it. Oh yeah, damp rock too. Nah, it's just one of my coworkers. We do already have renewable damp rocks, but it doesn't hurt to put one somewhere. Throw in a max revive. A max revive works here. It's a hidden max revive, but it works. Do you think 30 an hour is a good amount of pay? Yeah. We can get the Mystic Water back at, like, Dustboro Town. Before even beating the second gym. A calcium? Calcium's cool. I think we're pretty much done with the surface items. We have one here, one here, one here, and one over here, or two over here. I think that's pretty solid for the surface items. I think now we go underwater. Alright, so we have some items hidden underwater. On these rocks and stuff. And then we also have our treasure chests. This one gives a revive, a hyper potion, and a full heal when it comes to treasure chests. But we also have these two rocks right here. I feel like we could just be easy and just have both of these rocks give some shards. A lot of healing items. That is true. A sacred ash? Probably not. That's just weird. Why? That just seems like a joke. Also, just the sacred ash is so tied to Ho-Oh, and Ho-Oh has like absolutely nothing to do with this. Alright, we have these two items. We have these two items here. Any ideas for these 2 items here? An Everstone. I might be a bit too lame. Iron Ball. Gold Nugget and a Pearl. There we go. A Nugget and a Pearl. Something easy. Most of this is supposed to be simple. I don't know where Iron Ball is coming from. Iron Ball, like in a treasure chest, sure. But not on a rock. But Nugget and Pearl. Do you guys want any items down in this area? Or do you think this should just be just an encounter area? Because right now there's nothing over here. So you guys want a chest down here or a hidden item? Wait, Tasty, pull up the item dock. That's actually a good idea. That's a great idea. We do have an item dock. I didn't even think about that. So we can just like look up stuff in here. More healing items. Okay, if we do more healing items, it'd probably be in a chest then. So this one's a revive, a hyper potion, full heal. We can have the second one be a full restore. And then a potion, I guess. Or we can do an ether. A full restore and an ether. For some good healing items. Also, I'll probably push it more in the corner. Yeah. Okay. Oh, we have one more hidden item right here, too. Almost missed this. Alright, hidden item right here. What do you guys think? We could also do like a revival herb. That probably wouldn't last underwater. I don't know why that would be underwater. I don't know why a Pokédoll would also be underwater in a rock. Guys, what are we doing? What are we doing here? What? Deep Sea Skill and Deep Sea Tooth makes a lot of sense. I just I don't know where we should put those actually. Since they're evolution items, they should be in a more significant location, right? Why would a Quick Claw be down here? Guys, let's use our brains. We have brains. Come on. The Kingdra evolving item, the Dragon Scale. Yeah, we could give out more of those. There's no reason not to. We don't have them. I can tell. No, I'm just messing with you guys. I'm just messing with you guys. But seriously. The scale and the wreath and the tooth and the kelp. Look at that. The real M9 is using his brain. That's awesome. Bro's using his brain. That's so solid. Okay. Nobody is saying like any of the shards, so I'm just gonna do it myself. This one will be a green shard because we still have those to give out. All of the shards. Okay, I did forget what we put in these chests because we have this chest here. This is a float stone. And then a star piece in this one. Okay, that's fine. That's fine. And then this chest has just a full heal. Okay. That's fine. Alright, here's another hidden item rock. Maybe an absorb bulb. Okay, a scale in the wreath and the tooth and the kelp. I feel like that's something I want to go ahead and do now. Like, just so we remember. Because that's a really good idea. So, if we're going to give out the deep sea scale, I personally feel like the coral reef, the coral castle is a great place to do that. And then the tooth, a great place to do that would be down here. In the kelp forests. Do you guys think the scale should be found inside the castle or outside? Like, just a treasure chest with a deep sea scale. Evolve your clam pearl. What do you guys think? Outside or inside the castle? I got 1 outside. 2 outside. One person likes inside. HT's just being a troll. It seems pretty 50-50. Let's just look on the inside. Let's see if there's a place that would fit. I think it fit well right here. In this main room right here. So let's do that. Deep sea scale right here. And then for the deep sea tooth, a great place to put it. Do you guys want the deep sea tooth inside or outside of the pirate ship? Or the sunken ship? Because we can put it like down here if we want. Or we can put it inside the pirate ship whenever I make those indoors. Inside? Alright, okay. We'll do inside then. I'm just going to put this here so I remember. Whenever I do those indoors. Alright, cool. Let's go back to layer 1. We still have some more stuff to do up here. Since this is layer 1, it should be more basic. I feel like the abundance of items should be high, but the quality should be lower. What's this? Okay, we put a zinc in there, and then we put a max ether in there. And then this has the TM for Ice Beam. And then that has a max repel. This has a pearl and a mystic water. So we did a lot of items up here already. I feel like we could still do a few more. Like I'm thinking, especially in the kelp area. Like we have a lot in the coral reef already. But I think we can do with like 1 more in the kelp area. Like over... Let me think. I think over here is solid. Okay. So we got a chest right here. In the kelp. I'd say this is probably the last item we'll put in layer 1. Yo, Moldstone or Jersh, how you doing? Welcome back. Okay. Right here. A miracle seed. We can put multiple items in the chest, which is always a cool thing. Someone said something about the chest. I know you guys have been throwing out just items. So I'm going to scroll up a little bit. See if I see anything. A couple people have said King's Rock. I guess you can't go too wrong with King's Rocks. I guess we can put out another Iron Ball. There's no reason not to. Another Iron Ball is fine. What does an Absorb Bulb even do? Hit by a water type move, its special attack will rise. Oh, that's a consumable. I guess an Absorb Bulb is fine. We'll save that. We'll save that for a little later. Okay. Sorry, there's one more item here, and it's this hidden item. Right here. Since we still haven't given out all the shards yet, I'm going to make this a red shard, and we're just going to move on. Red shard right here. Ooh, clay. Yeah, light clay. Clay would definitely be down here, and I feel like that would only really work well on layer 1. I'm going to make this a light clay. Thank you. Thank you for that, Fantasy Rowlet. That's actually great. It's a great idea. Okay. Now we're down to layer 2. You think clay should be lower later? The red shard should be in the red kelp forest? Oh, that's a great idea. Because of the luminescent stuff. I thought the light clay was like... Huh. I guess you're right. Light clay would work better there. Is there a light clay in our game? There is not. Oh, wait, hold on. There might be. No, we do not have a light clay in our game yet. Okay, I feel like that's a very good item. That's like an item that we should like not make so easy to give out. So we're gonna make this a blue shard. Okay, we're gonna make that a blue shard. Yeah, light clays are really good. So that's at least my thought process. Oh yeah, let me go ahead and fix this. Gotta love running into that bug, like at the last second. Okay, do I even have any treasure chests down here? There's one here. That's a PP up. We can keep that. I mean, it's fine. It's fine to keep that. Okay. Right here. An item right here. Or a treasure chest. What should be in this treasure chest? Rare bone? I feel like that's solid. I don't know about here. We have a lot of big scary areas. Metal coat moonstone. Ooh. Hold on, a moonstone is cool. What Pokemon in our game evolves with a moonstone? Oh, Masharna. Masharna. Cool. I'm not opposed. Finally being able to evolve Masharna. I might just make this only a moonstone though. Instead of like putting multiple items in the chest. Layer 4 needs a dusk stone. Yeah, I think putting a dusk stone in layer 4 is cool. I think that's a great idea. In fact, we might have already done that to an extent. Alright. We do still need, I do want to give out a couple, like, simple items. Like, for example, I think we should really just put a chest right here with some Pokeballs in it. Specifically, we have a bunch of custom Pokeballs, I know that. And I have the items document pulled out. What water Pokeballs are there? So let me just go to like Crab Ball. I don't think we have any like custom of these Pokeballs. You have like, yeah, the dive ball, the net ball. When it comes to watery balls, I guess the lure ball, the lure ball, dive ball, net ball, lure ball. All right, we'll just give out all of those. We'll give out a dive ball, a net ball, and then a lure ball. Give out some Pokeballs. A lure ball. A lure ball? I don't know how to say that properly. I'm bad at speaking. Okay. Now, the main coral reef here. There's not too many opportunities when it comes to items. We could put a small one here. What do you guys think this item should be? It's very easy to get. Maybe in the trench. Yeah, Duststone and Shiny Stone too. Everstone? Why not? I guess. Super Potion? We'll do a Super Potion and an Everstone. Why not? Or yeah, we'll do a fresh water instead of a Super Potion. A fucking fresh water and an Everstone. Stupid. Nah, there's no Prism Scale evolution. But you know what? There is this area up here, so we can put a chest here. So what do y'all think should go in this chest here? It's like a little hidden side area. There's nothing much here. It's like slightly hidden. No, we're not gonna put a Pokeflute down here. It's stupid as shit. Big Nugget. I feel like we haven't given out a lot of pearls. And we're moving away from like the coral reef. I feel like this is the last opportunity for like a good big pearl. Which is fine, I guess. I might just do a big pearl. Okay. The last thing to shut off the coral reef, though, is, I spotted this hidden item rock right here. It's a good place to put a hidden item. We can do a shard. We can do a shard. We can do something rock related. We can do another damp rock. I want to see where we can find damp rocks in our game. Damp? Why is there no fucking damp? I know we have given out a damp rock. I swear to God, we've given out a damp rock. Dang it, Ibby. Alright, another blue shard. Have we given out heart scales yet? Stardust is our version of heart scales, so no. You can also fish up Stardust, and but star pieces you can like crush down into Stardust, so star pieces are also very important. There's probably a good amount of places where we can put some star pieces down here, so just keep an eye out and remember star pieces. All right, now we have the kelp forest. It's so obvious to see an item in here or in here. I don't know which one though. I don't think both. I feel like we should just kind of do one. Because rain is permanent. No, it's not Gen 3 rain. Rain is not permanent. I think I'm going to do the left side and the right side just won't have anything. I mean, the kelp is going to be a great place for green shards. And I feel like it's like the last place to put out green shards. So we should have a few of them here. So this will have a green shard in it. And then maybe one other item. Since there's a lot of turtles here, maybe something shell related. I also like nest ball. I feel like a nest ball would go well here. I just saw it there. Shed shell. Okay, is a shed shell in our game though? Let's check. It is. Okay. Shed shell. So we could have a chest with a shed shell somewhere here. Another item down here works really well. How many shell bells we got so far? Let's check. Dude, this is incorrect. I know he's missing a bunch of shit. Shell bells are definitely in this game. I've seen them. I have seen them. He's got to be leaving out like gift items, I feel. Because I know there's literally a damp rock in the crystal cave. I know that for a fact. In fact, I'm going to go double check. That's a luxury ball. Smooth. Oh, there's a smooth rock here, not a damp rock. Okay. Okay, I'm wrong. But is there a smooth rock in here? Fuck. In fact, there's two. Okay. Maybe I trust him a little more now. Maybe I trust him just a little more. You did a good job, Ibby. I don't even know if Ibby's here right now. Protective pads. Smoke ball. Star pieces. Oh, yeah. Star pieces. Okay, we should have a few star pieces. Let's put a star piece here. And then a king's rock, because why not? Alright, star piece and a king's rock. And then we can have another item down here. I feel like it should just be like a bullshit item, though. Maybe not a bullshit item, but just a smaller item. We'll do like an ether and an ether. Maybe an ether and a full heal, I guess. Oh, yeah, safety goggles. That's right. Safety goggles. We do need that somewhere. Safety, I feel like that would be in this area because this is where like divers are. Okay, safety goggles. Yeah. Let's put the safety goggles in the second part of the kelp forest. In fact, let's put them right here. Safety goggles. There we go. Safety goggles. Yay. Mystic waters too. Mystic waters. Alright. We're going to have a mystic water and a green shard in our final chest here. Or we'll do two chests. Mystic water in one of them. And then a green shard in the other one. And I feel like that'll probably be our last green shard. So that's like 3 leaf stones. Cool. Feebas is not in the game, so no prism scale. Alright. Cool, so that's it for layer 2 on the kelp and this side. Now we have the deep sea side of things. We have a couple of these open patches that I feel like we could put a hidden item in. Although I don't think they're that great because they're pretty obvious. So maybe like a pearl and, in fact, just 2 pearls. Pearl. And then we can go back to like actual treasure chests for, I'd say, mostly the remainder of it. So we can put a chest here. It's an easy one. And then we have 2 hidden items. One here, and then one right here. So 3 more items for Route 30. This is our last chest. So what do you guys think for this? For this chest right here. We've been on a roll, y'all. We have been on a roll. Oh yeah, poison barb. Have we given out a poison barb? We have in the Silverfield sewers. I didn't know that. Dive balls. We could have one of the items in here be a dive ball. Yeah, why not? Maybe some healing. It's been a bit since we gave out some healing. It's like a hyper potion. And then we'll add in a fresh water too. Okay. Okay. 3 more hidden items. I thought it was 2, but there's 3. Alright, first off, we have this rock right here. I'm going to go ahead and give out our 3rd blue shard. So we don't have to worry about blue shards anymore. On this rock. And then we just have 2 more rocks. This one and this one. So what for these 2 rocks do you guys think? Maybe some more vitamins. That's an idea. That's also an idea. Some more vitamins. Calcium. We could do another calcium as one of them. Or actually, yeah, let's do carbos, because I think we already did a calcium. So we'll do a carbos as one of them. And then now we have the other one. What should the other one be? I don't think it should also be a vitamin for variety reasons. PP down. I just said no more vitamins. No more vitamins. No more. We did a couple. Did I do a shed shell? I don't think I did. We could have this be a shed shell. Unless you guys have a better idea. I'm going to go for shed shell. It's kind of simple. Oh, I did in the kelp forest? Okay, never mind. Then we'll do something else. How about a mystic water? Again, those are very valuable. So, why not? Mystic water. The bioluminescent area is going to be great for stardust and star pieces. Glowy items. Yeah, but mystic water is something that we could use a lot of. Oh, wait. I think I see something here. Aha! I almost missed that. We can actually put a treasure chest, a second treasure chest right here, because we have to go to Route 31 to get to this little area, even though it looks tuckered out. So 1 more treasure chest. 1 more chest. What do you guys think? We giving out revives at all? Okay. Good idea. Reminder for revives. We'll have 2 revives. And unless you guys... We need more junk items that you can sell. Alright, 2 revives and a pearl then. 2 revives and a pearl. Sure. Okay, now we are on to Route 31. Which is going to start us off with another hidden item. On this rock right here. So, we've given out 1 yellow shard. 3 blue shards and 3 green shards. So we need to give out 3 red shards and 2 yellows. As a simple reminder. And someone, please don't forget the light clay for the bioluminescent area. That's very important. Start doing red. But we were going to save the red for the red kelp forest. I think yellow can pretty much go anywhere. Oh yeah, the item finder as well. We can probably just do the yellow one here to keep it simple. Not a crazy find. Very, very simple find. Okay. There is another hidden item here. I'm gonna make this simple. It's gonna be a big pearl. Just another shit sell away item. Then over here, we have another one. I'm gonna make this simple too. Let's do, no, not red here. Not red here. This is a little out of the way. So maybe I'll do, Carbos raises speed. Which one raises defense again? And iron? We'll do an iron right here. I don't think we'll be giving out a lot of irons. Okay. Okay, we have 2 chests here. We already put something in this one, a crab ball and a max revive. Unless that's like copied and pasted somewhere. Which I don't think it is. So, crab ball, max revive, and then another chest we can put right here. What do y'all want to put in this chest? Right here. Simple shit. Oh yeah. Gotta fast forward this for the playlist. Luminous moss probably better for kelp section. I think luminous moss would be better for the bioluminescent section. Also a light ball. I don't even know if we've given out a light ball. Let me check. Doesn't show up on here that we've given out a light ball. Dude, it looks great. Carbon and silicon. Tam has done such a good job on that, dude. Like a really, really good job on that. Trevi, those sand patches are not chests, normal chests. They're like a specific kind of chest. Yeah, luminous moss is an item. It might not even be in our game. No, it is. Good to know. Nobody has any ideas for this chest? Nothing? I guess maybe you can't go wrong with more heals. Like elixir? I might just do an elixir. Just call it there. Very simple. We will give you an elixir. Okay. We are over halfway done, that is for sure. We have another hidden item here, which is just another rock, so it's probably just a fuck away item. Float stone. What stone items are in our game? Just a rock. Oh my god. Hard stone. Oval stone. Evolves fucking Happini. Firestone. Oh yeah, those are just evolution stones. There is just like the rock. Heavy stone. It's just rock. It has the highest base power fling in the game at 250. It's just straight up the best explosion ever. Fuck it. Heavy stone. Rock. The ID number for that item is just rock. Which I think is hilarious. Oh yeah, I see you guys saying hardstone. Alright, I'm gonna put a I think we've given out heart skills before. No, we have not. I guess not. We could give out heart skills and then just give them like a separate thing, but I'm probably not. I will go ahead and put a star piece here. We're gonna have the opportunity to put more star pieces, but it's fine. And I think that's it. No, there's one more hidden item. Okay. What do y'all want this hidden item to be? It's very out of the fucking way. There's like very few people that are ever gonna come down and grab this thing. But it's also not hard to get either. Zinc. Could be interested in heart skills. That is true. That is true. Eviolite. It's funny. I think we've given out multiple Rocky helmets. Also, Eviolite's not in our game. I don't know. So, I know this is wrong for sure because there is, yeah, there's a Rocky helmet in the ruins. In fact, anybody that has explored the ruins knows that. There is a Rocky helmet in the fucking ruins. In fact, I'm gonna go find it right the fuck now. Benerican ruins. Where's the treasure room? Boom. That's a cleanse tag. TM31. Nugget. Fuck! God dang it! I really removed it. I really removed it. Dang it! You tell me we have to re-give out the Rocky helmet? Wow! I know it was once there. I'm not going crazy. I know I'm not going crazy. We also, yeah, we haven't thought about TMs yet. Hold on. I have a little TM document that I use to see like what TMs I haven't given out. So we can think of like what TMs we can put in the rest of this dive area. Where is it at? It's called like, am I really gonna have to sign into a separate account? Oh, I hate that. I have so many accounts and so many documents split into different accounts. Never figure out where the fuck I'm supposed to be. Okay. Oh my gosh, we still do gotta get out the Water Pulse TM. That is crazy. Water Pulse. Have yet to give out Water fucking Pulse. That is so dumb. Like, that's all I feel about that, is that it's just dumb. This is Ice Beam. In fact, you know what? Fuck this being Ice Beam. This is gonna be Water Pulse. TM03 Water Pulse. We're gonna put Ice Beam somewhere else in here. In fact, where the fuck should we put it? Yeah, Water Pulse this late is crazy. Insanity. But we did it. But we did it. So, shit. Okay. What? We still haven't decided on this, dang it. I'm just gonna make it... Fuck. I don't know what to make this. We can make this the third yellow shard. Sure. Boom. Now we just need to give out 3 red shards. I'm gonna do that real quick before we fucking forget. Actually, no. We'll get around to it. We gave out the goggles. Do not fret. The goggles have been given out. Fuck. There's another rock. Pearl. Pearl. Another pearl. Yes, sir. So, I think that's fine for items in this area. I'm gonna be honest. I don't think there's really a reason to have chests. Especially considering with how many item rocks there are. Just a regular potion. Yo, real. Just a regular potion. Okay. Layer 1. We don't need any fucking items for layer 1. These are just for warps. Only here for warps. No need for items. We're fine. I'm not putting items on layer 1, Route 31. Okay. Layer 3. We're almost done. We have this layer and then layer 4 and then we're finished. Fuck. We have a hidden item. Right off the rip. The ripperoonie. A hidden item. Alright, y'all. We just got down to the layer 3. There's a dead Wailord right here. This is probably a good place for a rare bone. I know someone had that idea earlier. I'm going to make it a rare bone for now unless you guys have a different idea. You guys think rare bone right here? Ugh. Lagging tail. Oh. Wait, lagging tail's pretty solid too. Have we given out a thick club? Oh, we have in Saralata City. Nice. Nice. Good to know. Good to know. What about a lagging tail? Oh, we've actually given out 2 of them. There's 2 of them in the same spot. One to the right and then one to the left. That can't be right. Wait, hold on. Alright, the windmill's right here. Here's the one to the... There's a lagging tail there. Lagging tail. Yeah. What the fuck? I'm just gonna make this a repeat ball. Just gonna... I don't think we need 2 lagging tails there. That sounds sussy. What sussy thing did I say? Because I'm like so confident I didn't say anything crazy. Alright, this is gonna be a rare bone. We're gonna give the player a rare bone. Wait, hold on. Hold on. Did I say like or after that? Like we're gonna give the player a rare boner? Or like a rare boner something else? A rare boner We can give the player a thick club. We should give the player a rare boner or okay, no, I can't. That's not how you say it. We should give the player a rare boner, maybe a thick club. God. Okay. Okay. Back to the subject. Well, let's do our red shards. Okay. Red shard number 1. Red shard. In the red kelp area. It just makes sense that way. Red shard number 2. And then finally red shard number 3. Boom. All 3. We have 3 rocks here. Hell yeah. Elixirs, I like where your mind is. Well, let's grab a chest and maybe some like a max elixir or something somewhere. All right, in this chest right here, we're gonna give the player a max elixir. And a another hyper potion because we're gonna need some healing. Heal chest. Dope. Okay, now let's think items for the red kelp area, which I don't think needs that many. In fact, probably just like 1 chest. Oh, we have TMs too. You know, I feel like the red kelp area is great for a TM. Hold on. All right, TM ideas for red kelp. We got hail, bulk up, taunt, hyper beam, solar beam, iron tail, flamethrower, frustration, thunder, blizzard, leaf storm, dragon pulse, drain punch, signal beam, helping hand, air slash. Oh, and look, we got a ton of them here. We can do aqua ring. Yo, aqua ring is here, y'all. We got to do aqua ring somewhere. Aqua ring, bug buzz, sky attack, stone edge, zen headbutt, volt switch, confuse ray, spikes, round, power gym, play rough, phantom force, payback, knockoff, hypnosis, hex, dark pulse, defog, iron head, shooting star, u-turn, focus blast, heavy slam, hurricane, draco meteor, curse, taunt. We could do taunt. I feel like there's going to be a better place for TM Aqua Ring. I already know it. Taunt isn't the worst place for this. Alright, where should we put the treasure chest, though? I think just up here is fine. Alright, taunt. Which one is taunt? I forget. Where the fuck is it? Oh, 12. Alright, taunt. TM12, taunt. Boom. TM12. Yeah, but shooting star also works really well for the sky, which is like, why would we do that? You know? If it already works well for the sky. Okay. We do need to do aqua rings somewhere. Also, there's a hidden rock here. Boom. Hidden rock here. The fucking rocks have done it again. There's a lot of them. There's a lot of rocks. What can we say? Okay. Rock. This is a good time for maybe the luminous moss. Aqua ring for the sanctuary or round. Okay, I'm gonna do the luminous moss. Okay, just gotta make sure I spelled that right. I'm gonna do the luminous moss on the rock here. Okay, items. Let me grab a treasure chest. There's no more rocks. Now we're in the bioluminescent area. Items for the bioluminescent area. There's not a lot of places to put items here. So we go down to go the right way. We go up. This is a dead end. So, great. Item in the dead end. Makes the most sense, right? Okay, item in the dead end then. Bright powder. We have given out bright powder before. A light ball makes a lot of sense. And we haven't given out a light ball. We're not giving out the plates in our game. I feel like the light ball is pretty solid. I know the shiny stone exists. We can truly save the shiny stone though. There's a lot of good places the shiny stone would work, and the light clay as well. Putting it here isn't. I feel like would be a bit of a waste. Just a little bit. And we only have room for like one chest here. It's a very small area. We have the much larger bioluminescent area coming up. Okay. So just one item for the bioluminescent area, I guess. And then we can go ahead and finish this up. Okay, we have a chest here. After the big puzzle. And this is a really hard puzzle, so it's worth making it good. We can also have a chest here. That's a little hidden. And then we have a chest up here and 2 rocks. So 3 chests and 2 rocks, ladies and gentlemen. And then we're done with layer 3. Let's get the rocks out of the way. We'll do a stardust or a star piece on this rock. And then this rock right here. Any ideas for this rock? It's slightly hidden underneath the kelp. Any ideas? We're almost done, folks. We gotta lock in. Lock in, y'all. We're almost done. Items takes a while. We're not in the bioluminescent area. Swords Dance TM. It's not on the list. Also, TM, more of a chest thing. Probably put it in the chests. Okay. Star piece, star piece. I have the first one as a star piece. If no one says anything, I'm probably just gonna do like a fucking big pearl or some dumb shit. Alright, no one's saying anything. Probably just gonna do a big pearl. Or stardust. Okay. Alright, we have 3 chests. One is easy, one's a really hard puzzle, and the other one is a little out of the way. Let's start off with the really hard puzzle one. This is probably great for a rare candy. And we haven't given out a rare candy yet. It's probably great for like a rare candy and a TM. So we can do Aqua Ring. I feel like Aqua Ring. I didn't even know we had Power Gem. Sorry, I'm trying to think. We already did Taunt. We have Water Pulse. But Aqua Ring. I mean, Aqua Ring's like a one that we do need. I want to say it's like a really good TM though. Aqua Ring really isn't like crazy good. The Eviolite's in the game, but we're not using it. We are not using the Eviolite. The Eviolite is in the game. We could very well use it, but we have collectively decided not to. Okay. So we already know one thing that's going to be in here, which is a rare candy. But I really think we should put another item in here that's also really good. Like a TM, something that someone would like actually want. We could do Dark Pulse. We're not giving out charms. Those have always been gift items. Spikes. Spikes sounds like something you get in the mountains, and we are going to have a mountain area. And Confuse Ray is kind of lame. I feel like this is the best place for Aqua Ring. Why don't we just do Aqua Ring? It's like the best place for it. I don't think Aqua Ring's the best TM, but like, it's here. I'd say it's better than Confuse Ray. In fact, you know what we could do? We could put Confuse Ray right here. TM94 Confuse Ray. Kill two birds with one stone. Confuse Ray. Okay, we have one more chest. It's like a bullshit easy chest. But I don't know about healing items because we're already at the end anyways. Fancy, we have a lot of items to do, my friend. We'll probably still do NPCs, yeah, but there's not going to be that many NPCs anyways. So, yeah, we're going to do NPCs, but it's going to be like a very small section. Alright, y'all. Escape rope? Wait, hold on. An escape rope's actually valid. Why haven't we done more of these? We're gonna do an escape rope and then a max repel. Yeah, that's actually solid. Good job, Rodrigo. We should have done that a while ago, yeah. Alright. We are so close. We have one more area to do. Layer 4. Hallelujah. Also, wait, real quick. I want to double check what the items you get in here. TM76. Life Orb. Nugget. Big Nugget. And then a decoration statue. Okay, but TM76. Which one is 76? Draco Meteor is what we decided to give out. TM Draco Meteor. Interesting. Fair enough. Alright, layer 4. Our final layer. Good news, there's no rocks down here. Only chests. So this is where we can give out a shiny stone. And yeah, maybe like TM Dark Pulse, TM Round for the Benthic Sanctuary, TM Power Gem. I feel like those 3 TMs would go very well down here. Dark Pulse, Round, and Power Gem. Those are like the only ones I see going well down here. So let's start off with this chest right here, which will probably make the Dark Pulse one. 84 Dark Pulse. We could also probably add in another item in here. I don't know what it would be though. We could finally give out the shiny ball maybe. But not here. We'll do a luxury ball here, or a dusk ball. Oh yeah, the light clay. So we need to give out the light clay down here as well. Okay, so we got Dark Pulse. We also need Power Gem. This is probably a good place for Power Gem, up in this corner. Where's Power Gem at? So TM91? Yeah, TM91 Power Gem. And then we'll do the shiny stone as well, because we need to give out more of those. And then we have rounds and a light clay that we need to give out. So we'll just say fuck it, and we're going to put the light clay in this little area. Light work for the light clay. And then we have TM round and then potential shiny ball, which the Benthic Sanctuary is a great place for those. Shiny ball, TM round. This path is so linear. I'm going to put it right here. Alright, what's the TM for round? 92. Alright, TM 92. And then finally, the shiny ball. Finally giving out the shiny ball, which I'm happy about. Yay! Finally get access to the shiny ball. Let's go. Max Super Repel Light Ball. So we did already do the Light Ball, so that's good. Alright, that is so many good items for this area. It is very well worth coming to this area. Very well worth it. Like, gosh. So many great items we just gave out. We finally have one more area, and it's a very small one that quite literally has one chest. What should be in this chest, y'all? We could do a TM. I feel like this should be a good one because it's very out there, very out of the way. We could do this as a TM or just a really good item. So what are we thinking? The last chest. Probably a good item. Oh yeah, the Dusk Stone. Duh. Okay, Dust Stone. We'll just call it there. Dust Stone. Thank you, Fancy. Almost missed that one. Item finder. I think we'll get that at the oil platform. The oil platform just makes a lot of sense for that. Let me put a note down just so I remember. Give item finder here. Okay. Boom. Now I won't forget that. Yes, we have done it. The items for the whole dive area. Other than the inside of the coral castle and the inside of the pirate ships, but that's fine. I'm not worried about that. Not too worried. Gotta say. Not that worried at all. Okay. Now that we know the dive area really well, do you guys have any ideas for NPCs? Any ideas at all for very just simple NPCs? I'm gonna go here. Oh. An NPC that gives a hint for a quartet temple. Okay. Diver Dave from the hit game Dave the Diver. Is that an actual game or are you just messing with me? Alright. I'm gonna let you guys, okay? What's up, Blue the Cat? I'm gonna let you guys think about NPCs. Now that you know the dive area really well, you know all the different areas. I want you guys to think about NPCs. Maybe NPCs that give you items or give you hints or give you quests, like literally whatever. I'm going to give you guys like 5 minutes to think about that while I just use the bathroom, refill my water, okay? So go ahead, everybody. Think of some NPCs. Any kinds of NPCs. Think of some. Where you would want them to go, what you would want them to say, and then hit me with it when I get back. Oops. Alrighty, right. I am back. Sorry, y'all. An NPC diver that is running low on battery for his underwater metal detector. You can give him a cell battery in exchange for an ability shield, clear amulet, eject button, magnet, or metronome. It's a lot of different items. Ugh. One of my tonsils is like super swollen and it hurts so hard. It hurts so bad. It's so hard to swallow. Like just people just naturally just like swallow all the time. Like your own saliva. And every time I do it, I have to like, because it just hurts. Ugh. Hurts so bad. Okay. Anyways. Enough about my health issues. Alright. Go ahead and hit me with y'all's NPC ideas. Along with also like the location, right? Because the location matters a lot. A lot. And I really don't think there should be that many. Like, just general NPCs. I'm not scrolling up in chat, by the way, so go ahead and send whatever you sent again. A diver warns you about that one frill deep out of bounds. Oh, yeah. Yeah. A diver that warns you about the out of bounds in general is a great idea. Honestly, I think that would be really... that would go really well just at the start of the dive area. To have like an NPC... at the start of the dive area. Just a turn at random NPC. Oh wait, but you have the aqua. I forgot, you need the aqua for any of this to work. Wait, hold on. This has made this so much more complicated. You need the aqua for, like, anything to work. And you get the aqua, like, halfway through the dive area. Well, that went to shit. This is gonna be pretty complicated. So most of them are just going to say blob, blob, glue, blob until you get the aqua and go back and talk to them. Yeah, it does encourage backtracking. That is true. You know what? That's fine. Alright, then, you know what? We'll have the NPC warn about the frill deep thing still. But they're just going to... say blub and gloob and shit until you've obtained the aqua. 465 obtained aqua. Alright, so just bloop, blub blub. And then, okay. Good night, Irisy. Thanks for hanging out with us, dude. Blubbin' and gloobin'. Okay. Alright, she's gonna say... be careful diving out into... the open waters, or be careful heading out into the dark open waters. It can be an easy way to, or it can be, I know it can be a shortcut, but it's but you'll have trouble seeing anything. You'll have trouble seeing anything at all. Not to mention the predators that lie out there. Or that dwell out there. Maybe not dwell. That roam out there. Not to mention the predators that roam out there. Just an add-on though. Not to mention the predators that roam out there. Once they catch you, you won't be able to run. Okay. And then if you don't have the aqua, she's just like blue blub blub. Alright, that's solid. Alright. More NPCs. More NPCs. Go ahead and send them. What's up, Bear Kings? What's up? Same layer as dive to the red kelp forest. I once found a forest of crimson kelp beneath the waves. Beautiful, but something about that place felt like it was hiding a secret. Oh, okay. So, I think you're talking about this area. Whoever this is just going to be really, really close to where it's supposed to be. Okay, cool. You're already going to have the aqua here no matter what, so. I once found a kelp forest that was crimson red. I once found a kelp forest that was crimson red beneath the waves. Beautiful, but something about that place felt like it was hiding something. Okie doke. Also, our speed is slow when we move. Slower. Okay, we could do with like 1 or 2 more NPCs maybe. Alright, so let's see. Jersh said a ghost oil rig worker. A black sludge for a star piece. And then Viper's running low on battery idea. Do you guys have anything else? I don't know how we would do a ghost. That just doesn't really make sense. Okay, well that doesn't exist, Thundering, so that wouldn't make sense. There's no ruler of the castle. That would just be blue balling. Doesn't really work or make any sense. I haven't seen the sun in 10 days. No, I don't know how I've been down here this long. Bro. A ghost NPC that drowned is wild. You guys are not funny. Oh, hinting at the item for the evolution of the crab. Yo, what's up, Andre? How you doing, dude? I don't really care. I don't really like geek bars and I don't like vaping. Welcome back, Fancy. I don't think there's really a lot of rooms for more NPCs. We're gonna have trainers down here to like fill in for like general dialogue too. So like, it really just depends. We only did 2 NPCs. One that's hinting at the red kelp forest existence, and then one in at the very beginning that talks about the dive area. Have that idea work better for a trainer. Yeah, that's a good one too. When it comes to NPCs aren't really like... Ojalanum at the sanctuary who heals you. Yeah, that'd be great if we had overworlds, but our spiders aren't really doing great on the overworlds right now. In fact, like, we might get like 2 overworlds a week, and we need like 275 more of them. No matter like how much I push for overworlds, like the spiders just aren't really doing them. There's a few of them that are, but that's like it. There's someone, I have roommates, Fancy. I don't think I really have like, we had jams. Oh my gosh. No, we're not. And we're not doing that during stream at all. There's a title for the stream, the final dive area stream, and I put out that we're doing NPCs and items today. And any events. I don't know what the bulk up Weekrow idea is, Fancy Rowlet. I've been reading every single chat and I still have yet to see it. So I don't know. I guess it probably just didn't send. Every chat since I've gotten back at the very least. Alright, I'll give y'all like one more chance. If you have any other ideas that you want to get out there. I did hear a few of y'all's that were a little more like a little more on the, I want to say on the complicated side of things. I'm ignoring all the joke ones. The people who are making the joke ones, like I just ignore them. It doesn't matter to me. It's just the guy that gives you bulk up if you give him a Weekrow or the other mon of the line. Oh, okay. When I would think of events, I thought you were referring to the one at the oil platform. Oh no, I'm not gonna do that on stream. If I did that on stream, then that would defeat the purpose of getting the story lounge to like actually write it. So it just doesn't make sense to do that on stream. Because that's like the story lounge already did that. Dang it. It was already written unless you're talking dialogue. Yeah, that's what I mean. Why would I do that on stream? It's already written. Chat would just sit there and watch me do it. That'd be kind of boring. To be fair, items and like NPCs is also kind of boring too. Oh my god, that is OP as fuck, Jersh. Or I guess kind of. Dude, a pearl string sells for so much. It sells for like 16,000 or some dumb stuff. 10,000. That's so much. Why so much? Okay, I do I think the last NPC that I'm going to add is Fancy Rowlet's idea. Where we can show this guy a Bronzer or a Weak Rill, and he'll give us the bulk up TM. It'll incentivize us to a player to catch a Weak Rill probably. I'm just going to like copy this right here. And I'll probably put the guy in the coral reef, like right here. And then if we have the aqua, that's the only way anything is going to happen. So he's probably just going to make a bunch of glubs noises. A glub question mark. Alright, and if we do have the aqua, what should he say? And then he'll give us the bulk up TM. Where's a gift item thing? Right here. Boom. What's TM number? TM number. TM08. You know one thing that saddens me? Weak Rill does suck. You know one thing that saddens me? Question mark. He's gonna say. When people release their... Oh, okay. The fact that there are many Weak Rill out there in the wild without the bulk to protect themselves. It pains me to see a poor Weak Rill. And then if the player has a Weak Rill, he's gonna be like, You have a poor little Weak Rill? Currently a lightweight training in this water, but I don't have a sparring partner. That's like a totally different take on things. In that case, we would probably show him a Bronzer then, not a Weak Rill. But Bear King is adding on to that. You have a poor little Weak Rill. Please. Use this to help Weak Rill grow. To help Weak Rill bulk up. And then he gives the bulk up TM. Wait, hold on. Let's just switch to red text. And then we can go on to like what Bear King said. I just can't help it. Anytime I see a weak Pokemon, I want to make sure it reaches its full potential. Please don't give up on your little Weakrill. Please don't give up on your little Weakrill. One day, you'll thank me. One day you'll thank me. It's not a challenge, it's just to get someone to catch a Weakrill and then possibly use it. There's nothing wrong with that. Alright, if self-switch A is on, you can just say that again. TM08 bunk up. Yo, what's up, Charlade? What have I stumbled into? You have stumbled into us making an NPC that if the player owns a Weakrill, he will give you the bulk up TM underwater. And it was Fancy Rowlett's idea. That is what you have stumbled into. So, Charlade. Is that how you say your name? Unfortunately, you did come near, like, the very end of stream. Today we made items, tons of items, and then a couple NPCs, and showcased the entire dive area in its fullest. But this will actually be the end of the dive area development. The rest of it I'm going to finish off stream, and I'll post updates in the Discord. But our very next stream is going to be starting the sky area, which I'm very, very excited for. It's been a long time coming to start the sky routes. So I'm very excited for that. We're going to be doing that in the next stream. Anyways, y'all. What are you excited for when it comes to the dive area, chat? Just the just like the dive area specifically. Call me Zen. Oh, what's up? What's up, Zen? What's up? But when it comes to the sky area, what are you guys the most excited for? In the developing side of things, in the playing side of things, whatever it may be. Just the sky area itself. You like the atmosphere of the underwater area? I'm glad you do, Max. Join the Discord, Max, if you're not already in it. The link is in there. Fresh air. Zen said fresh air in the sky area. That is kind of true. Because the player most likely just spent like 5 hours underwater before getting to the sky area. And it's like, wow, I can breathe. That's probably going to be big for the player. Being able to breathe and be out in the sky area. Anyways, folks. Let's go ahead and check to see. There's a... Alright, y'all. Let's go ahead and hit a friggin' fat and a friggin' awesome hashtag tasty raid. I'm going to live redirect you guys over there. Show your love for Pokemon Potassium and the tyKenter channel and our whole entire project over in the raid. If you want, just participate in the raid, and then you can leave if you got stuff to do. But please participate. It shows that, you know, helps me as a creator, helps our community, get closer and get bigger, and also helps, new people discover our game, which is also always a great thing. So show your love, guys, in the raid. I am going to go ahead and send y'all over there. Bye, Viper. Bye, Fancy. Bye, MaxMM. Bye, Jams. Bye, Fancy Rallets. Bye, Zen. I know you just got here, Zen, but make it to next stream. Bye, DaVinci. Bye, Bear King. Bye, Jersh. Bye, Max. You guys have a wonderful, wonderful rest of your night. Sending you all over there.